Greeting interwebs, it's Jackie K, and welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. This episode's going to be a bit short, but it's just showing some things I want to wrap up before putting this project aside and moving on to newer and better things. What I would prefer to wait into the bonus episodes to go over is those emails. However, I get the feeling we'll be addressing at least one of them now. Like I said before, I'm not planning on covering the post-game anytime soon. It's not even going to be a goal for me to do the post-game. It's just going to be like, if someday I feel like covering it, I will cover it. So I can't even promise you guys we'll ever see Pokemon Colosseum again. That would be unlikely, but it is going to be a long time after their release. So let's see what this email is about. Well, down over in Pirate has developed a new system for automatically downloading data to the PSRDA. Cool. I'm going to assume that means that every single Pokemon that we can snag in this game will be showing up in the snag list now. At the very least, the ones that we came across but might have missed somehow. Like, only situation I can think of is in Pirate Cave. It might be possible to miss a couple Shadow Pokemon. But I'm not even sure if you can fight them at this point and snag their Pokemon. Oh, there's another email, but I will be ignoring it. That is post-game material, and I am not worrying about post-game material anymore. What I do want to worry about is going over to a Gate Village and doing a little bit of purification. I have Pokemon that have been sitting around, and while I could purify them off screen, might as well give them a chance to shine the spotlight. There is also a couple of Pokemon that really need to be freed from the grips of Shadow Pokemon. And we'll go for any means necessary to free them. So, see you later, really. We don't need you anymore. Not like we're snagging any more Shadow Pokemon or so. With that out of the way, here we go into the purification process. Starting off here, we have 3 Shadow Pokemon that I've managed to get their heart gauge down on my spare time. Running around while I'm setting up to record. Things like that. And I feel now is as good a time as any to purify them off. Because if we are to go to post-game again, there is a reward for purifying all the Shadow Pokemon. Not that I promise to go over that reward, even if I come back to this game, but if I do want to cover that, the more Pokemon I can purify now, the better. I will go over some details of what it is. It involves Mount Battle. It involves not only snagging every Shadow Pokemon in this game, but also purifying them. Basically, you go into battle mode, use the team from your story mode, although you can transfer GBA Pokemon over to the Colosseum team at this point. Clear 100 floors of Mount Battle in a row, and you'll get a prize. But only if there's a slot in your box, which I don't see how you can pull off, considering there's a set number of Pokemon you can snag in this game, and you can't really transfer extra Pokemon over, you can only trade. But with that said, with all the Pokemon that you snag in this game purified, and a slot in your box available, you'll be able to get this final Pokemon. Won't say exactly what it is now, in case I do decide to cover that. Maybe if I lose enough brain cells and become crazy. But I will say it is a pretty rare Pokemon at the time of this game coming out. It's not really that rare anymore. And if you play a game like Heart Gold Soul Silver, you'll probably be able to pick it up. A lot easier. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm going to be purifying all legendary beasts here, which is why Entei got purified. Thankfully, I don't need a Time Flute for him, because I managed to get that heart gauge down on my own. However, there is a small detail I forgot about. Yeah, I kinda deposited my Time Flutes away, because I thought I would never need them. Of course, when I do need them, I forget to pull them out. No biggie though, one cut away later and we can fix that problem. Going up to the relic is not going to glow. However, if we are right up next to it and use one of these Time Flutes, the following will happen. I will allow you to take in the scene of that now. And there you go, Suicune's now opened the door to his heart, even though his shell gauge wasn't completely down. This is what I would recommend the Time Flute for. The legendary beasts, I'm pretty sure their heart gauge is harder to go down than a lot of the other shell Pokemon. So you would want them to transfer over, but it's hard to raise them. Use a Time Flute on it, and kabal, the problem's solved. You may be wondering, Jackie K, there's only 2 Time Flutes and 3 legendary beasts though. Well, it is kind of spoilering things, but there is a 3rd Time Flute, and you do get into post-game. However, I am not covering post-game. I just so happen to have Entei purified up on his own, so it worked out. I do have an alternative that I will use that final Time Flute on though, assuming we ever get to that point in the game. Even with those Time Flutes though, it's going to be a long roll to purify every single Shadow Pokemon. But that is the next goal of Colosseum. We defeated the evil organization, so we have to just get the last few Shadow Pokemon back, including any you might miss in your main adventure, and purify them. I get the feeling that one email we got before leaving the outskirts stands will give us a clue of where to go first to find the Shadow Pokemon that we're missing. So, until that day comes, whenever that day may be, no matter how long it is, the next time we play Pokemon Colosseum, we will look into that email to figure out where to head off to now. Where could the remaining Shadow Pokemon very possibly be? Maybe someday in the future we'll find out.